Tortorella. They knew he might not be around as they were in the first round of the playoffs. Big hit on Hughes by Bolduc. Hughes back to his feet. Devils still trying to buzz in the zone. Brown up the wall. Bolduc on the backhand will send it down.
And now Luke Hughes takes a cross check to the back as his stick breaks.
He's frustrated.
Now
The original call was
Kovacevic
made.
going after Bolduc, and I like this. This is something, you know, Bolduc's trying to take advantage, and
Now Brown gets pushed out by Anderson.
everybody comes together.
And Brown's taking exception to Anderson, trying to grab at Luke Hughes, who's throwing rights.
Everybody's a little testy here. And Anderson's a big, strong, tough kid, but I like the Devils sticking together here. It was unfortunate Luke Hughes' stick broke. He just gave a little shot from behind, trying to show Bolduc that you hit me in a vulnerable position, I'm gonna, you know, stick up for myself. So I hate that rule where the stick breaks. I didn't think he did a whole lot. Maybe Bolduc, he thought, should have gotten a penalty for, you know, a late hit there, interference, something, Bryce. But tempers flare, and Devils have been in control of this game. And so that's probably frustrated the Canadians as well.
And you talked about it, Dan. I love the reaction we saw from everybody, right? This is a team that's sticking up for each other. They're competing like we saw earlier in the season as well. Take another look at some of the melee here.
Well, here's the hit, and it's a little from behind. I mean, but he's playing a hard game. I respect that. I don't usually have a problem with that, Bryce, but I don't have a problem with Luke Hughes going right back at him. I love the emotion and passion from Luke. He's been terrific here tonight. He's been really good, as we've talked about the last month, and he showed some fire. And then his defense partner, Kovacevic, you know, a guy that's a little more accustomed to the fisticuffs and getting involved in the tough stuff. He goes after
cross-checking and 2
Bolduc as well.
for roughing. Number 8 on New Jersey has a 10-minute
Brown gets in there with Anderson.
17
Connor
on
Brown's a
Montreal.
gamer. I love
2
it.
minutes for roughing.
He'll do anything.
5 on 4.
I mean,
New
he knows
Jersey
Anderson's
short.
one of the tougher guys, but he's willing to step in there, and even if it means getting the worst of something, and he goes right back at Josh Anderson, make sure he can't do much, because if he gets a hold of somebody one-on-one, he's a tough kid, and you've got to recognize those things.
And Dano, you and I both know, Brown, when he saw that Anderson jumped on Luke, he had to make a decision. He's like, you know what, this is probably not going to turn out too well for me, but I better get in there. I better get in there. So that shows a lot of
That's the game within the game, and we know this kind of stuff, Bryce, from experience. Our playing days guys on the bench looking at who's who, and sometimes you got to maybe step out of your comfort zone to make sure you're playing as a team together. So I love it. Montreal does get a power play, but it's okay. Now Devils have to kill it.
Because Luke gets the cross check and the rough. Anderson just gets the rough. Kovacevic gets a 10-minute misconduct. Hughes pokes it ahead, but it rolls out of the zone, so the Devils have to tag back up. Approaching 7 minutes to go in regulation. Devils by 2. Jack gets laid out by Anderson. Crowd likes that. And now Dillon is going to get into an Anderson.
Anderson can really fight. We know Brendan Dillon can handle himself. And I thought it was more Jack-Eye that caught.
I just saw Jack go down and Anderson was close, but you might be right.
It was kind of a sandwich between Jack-Eye and Anderson. So it was the 2 big boys from Montreal, you know, down 2-0. Really going after Jack Hughes. We'll take a look at everything. A few punches thrown, and Anderson's one of the tougher guys when he drops the mitts. We know Brendan Dillon is there for his teammates. Good for him. But only a few punches thrown, and look at Jack Hughes. I love that.
That is amazing.
Just fantastic.
He collected Dillon's equipment, went into the penalty box, and then just leaving now after giving him a hug and a shake of the head, showing his appreciation for the support.
Now, make no mistake, it takes courage to drop the mitts against anyone, and Josh Anderson is one of the tougher characters in the league. Hey, watch here. Jack Hughes in the neutral zone. It was Anderson who got the better of the 2, but it was kind of both of them trying to collide. One. Jack-Eye was coming in for the hit, Bryce, but it wasn't. Took him hard. And look at Brendan Dillon come right in to step up for the Devils star. And this is stuff that You know, it just brings a lot of camaraderie. And regardless what's going to happen or transpire the rest of the year, this is carrying over next year. And you want to see this on a consistent basis. The play of the Devils, the team toughness, sticking together, all those things, right?
Well, absolutely, especially because you understand right now with 7 minutes left, Montreal's trying to add some emotion in this game. They're looking for the spark we always talk about. So you got your big guys on the ice with Jack Hughes. They're trying to set a statement right here. And so for Dillon to step up and open this, you know, understand he's got to go through this door here for his teammate and for the team and answer this emotional moment. He did an excellent job.
Yeah, really did. You saw the appreciation from the Devil superstar Jack Hughes. Go right in the box and say, man, I love that. That stuff is, you know, speaking from playing on teams and you too, Bryce, that have success, yeah, all those things matter.